Hey, welcome to this new video about the Hertzer Tec map that we have. We're going to talk about the surrounding areas around this map or this building. For example, the village, all these structures you see, a little treehouse over there, and we're also going to get into that building you see over there. If you've seen my previous video, I discussed all about this whole giant building. I gave you a tour of it, told you a little bit about it. And so this is the video about the surrounding areas of this building. So as you can see in the last video, we entered using this railroad track, which leads to the spawning location, which is a little ways out from here. So this is probably one of the recent buildings that we made here. All the other buildings here are quite old. This village was obviously randomly generated, as you can see. We had made modifications to it, like we added lights, we added steps here to the gravel, made it look nicer, put some lights everywhere again, added slight things everywhere. So let's just skip over the village here. Let me just show you this right here. It's the storage room, and here's just a bunch of different chests full of nothing now. You could computer right there too, but there's nothing in the storage room yet. But if we were to start using this, you could put stuff in the storage room. So let's go to the first thing on this little path. This is the deluxe lounge right here. So let's enter. So here it is, the deluxe lounge. It's nicely furnished. You can see all the patterns, like the wood. It's like dark. It kind of like lines up. The light wood lines up. All the different wood at the ceiling, lights. It's really spectacular looking. Nice giant bed. 3-bed actually. So you can see we got some chairs, bookshelves, computers, and over here you can see a little window that looks out to the lava lamp. So it looks really neat. So I guess that's really it for the deluxe lounge right here. Let's just move on. So there's this whole path connecting really all the major buildings here. So let's go to this one, and this was one of the early buildings that we made. One of actually the first piston buildings that we made. We kind of experimented with pistons, but basically the whole first level is the whole mechanism just to power this small door, which now I've mastered to just be able to do it in a couple blocks square footage. So. And here, this is actually the old Nether Center. So there was a Nether portal. That was really it. So now it's almost abandoned. And the Nether portal is actually in that giant structure over there. So it's been moved. The upper level is just kind of a lookout tower, or just kind of windows, chest full of just random items. So let's just leave this abandoned Nether Center. So let's just fly over. Now this is the little entrance to the underground area, and we're gonna have another video about the whole underground area. Also, we're gonna have another video about the Nether too. So you just kind of enter here. There's some lights that you can turn on too. Ooh, gotta fix that. Some lights right here. This actually leads to it's a big tunnel or hole all the way down. Here's this kind of cool little cover up for it. And that's really it. So let's exit. And again, we're going to have another video about the underground, so check on our videos and watch them. And this right here is probably one of the more debated buildings that we have, because this building was like 10 different things at one time. So now currently it's the computer lab. Even though we already have a computer lab in the big building up there, we just don't know what to do with this thing now. Originally this was going to be intended to be almost like a challenge center. So there's this little upper area right here you could see. Through there's actually some blank areas. Now it's filled with redstone for some redstone just for like the lighting system that's in it. But originally it was going to be there. Actually, the lighting system was going to be in there, and you'd be on, and that would make sure monsters wouldn't spawn in there. It'd be off, monsters would spawn in there, and it'd be kind of like a challenge. You have to defend yourself, and there'd be holes in the ceiling, and you'd try to. You'd be a monster spawner up above. It'd be dark, and you'd try to fend off, and that's why there's a little door here. But now it's a computer lab. But between that, you can see that the roof's black wool. And the reason we did this is because this was actually going to be the movie theater. Because it already had the on and off lights, we thought, hey, you know, let's just make this the movie theater. Ended up being way too small, and I just gave up. Under here, there's just a bunch of, like, empty areas that we have that we originally dug out for the stadium seating. So another big fail. So we just decided later on, let's just put a computer lab in it and just have the lights randomly turn on and off for that reason. Oh yeah, and also at one point in time it was the kitchen. So there was all these like stoves, chests, crafting tables, everything really to make food. So should actually make a kitchen. Maybe another level we'll have. Let's open this. So one of the more debated things is the computer lab. That's been like a million different things. And it probably will change because we already have a computer lab. So the next building we're going to go on to is the kind of like the fallout shelter. It's surrounded in lava, pretty much. Obsidian. It's completely made of obsidian. And let's just enter inside. A little door, you kind of go around a few loops here, and then here you got this big giant area. A little screen with a computer, maybe for entertainment. Computer here, and there's this giant window. It's a giant hole of lava. Because the story is that we originally made this, we were just going to have a big giant lava pit around it, and so instead of digging everything out around it, we decided, oh, let's just blow it all up. Of course, we just got crazy with TNT and made a giant hole. Filled it with lava. That's what we got. It actually looks pretty neat. So, up here you can see a little window out. So, not too much there. So I guess this is just really a bomb shelter or whatever. So let's move on to the next section. And finally, we're going to go to the tree house right here. And it appears to be just sitting on this giant tree, which it is. And you're wondering, how do I get into it? Well, you can just fly up to it and break in, but how are you going to do it in survival mode? Well, here's the entrance, actually. Pretty hidden. The only thing really noticeable is this little hole. Just turn the switch, enter in. The door opens. I'll shut it again. There we go. See, it opens and closes. So let's just open it. Should close the door. Close this. And climb up. And this is actually one of the first. This is actually the first structure that we made in here. It's kind of like a little watchtower almost. Treehouse. It's really kind of a neat thing. And this, I've always broken that open just for a quick exit out. Because I'm always lazy, but I'm not going to be lazy this time. Because I don't want the door to get all jammed up because I'm on the other side of it. That's the bad thing about these doors, is because they use levers, you have to be on one side to operate it, a certain side, so it can get confused easily. And there's a lava lamp in the middle here. You can actually put water in it. It's kind of hard to get rid of the lava because this little cutoff thing right here was originally put to stop the lava flow. But even though, because the source is up here, but lava is kind of weird and it doesn't get rid of it, even though the source is way up there. Lava is kind of like one of the weird liquids in Minecraft. Not that the liquids are usual, they're kind of act extremely odd sometimes. But so that's really the surrounding areas here. We don't have really much other than this. It's a big desert area. We got the spawning location away. We got the away from here. We got the village, the train tracks, and that's really it. So see our next video, which is going to be about the Nether in the underground area under here. So watch the next video. Thanks.